Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you will be all fine. Now we have completed our chapter number 5. That was India's Heritage of Science and Technology. Today we are supposed to continue with our chapter number 6, and the name is Place of Indian Culture Heritage. Now this lesson is also very important. Total there are 18 to 20 short notes, and each and every short note can be asked for 2 marks, 3 marks and 4 marks. Is it okay, everyone? So now what happens? See, one more thing. Government has declared that they has reduced the 30% of our course. We are supposed to teach you each and every lesson. Each and every lesson. There are total 21 lessons in the social. All 21 lessons I am supposed to teach you. But 7 lessons that are not included in the syllabus, I am going to teach you, but not a single question will be asked from that deducted lessons. Okay, I'll let you know that which lessons are deducted from history, chapter number 7, chapter number 3, and from eco, that is chapter number 21. Okay, do one thing, I'll let you know in the next session, but just now I'm just telling you that 7 lessons are not included in our syllabus, and that particular 7 lessons we are supposed to teach you, but not a single question will be asked. Is that okay? In the next session I'll give you the detail about what the lessons are there and what are not. Is that okay, everyone? So only 7 lessons are not there, and not a single question will be asked from that. But again, I am repeating that I supposed to explain you that lesson. Okay, now chapter 6 is Places of Indian Cultural Heritage. Now see, we are having 5,000 monuments. How many? 5,000. From that 5,000 monuments, UNESCO has added few monuments in their World Heritage Site. Okay, now I will tell you the name of that few monuments. It may happen that some of the things we have visited also. Many of the places I have visited, like Ajanta, I have visited it, Ellora, Elephanta Caves, then Mahabalipuram, Pattadakal, temples of Khajuraho, Sun Temple of Konark, Brideshwar Temple, Qutub Minar I have visited, Hampi, Humayun's Tomb, Taj Mahal, I visited Taj Mahal also, Red Fort, Fort of Agra, Churches of Goa, Champaner. In the previous lesson, means this is your new course, but in our old course, there are some places of Gujarat which are included in World Heritage Site of UNESCO. They were not included in last course, before 2 or 3 years. But in this course, we have some places of Gujarat also that we are supposed to teach you. So let us continue. See, there are 5,000 monuments declared by World Heritage Site. Okay, and from that 5,000 monuments, some few monuments are included in our World Heritage Site, that is by UNESCO. The cultural heritage of India is very rich and prosperous. Prosperous means very famous. So India as well as foreign visitors were attracted to the places of cultural and national heritage of India. In this chapter we shall study about these places. Let us go a little bit back in our history. See, India was known as Golden Bird, that is known as Sone ki Chidiya. And you must be knowing that more than Britishers has more than 350 years ruled on us, or more than that. But it what happened that many years ago, there was only one route to enter the India. There was only one sea route. Okay, and that was captured by Muslim Turks, and that was Constantinople. In 1453, Muslim Turks captured Constantinople. But Indian food, spices, muslin, pickles, they were very famous all over the world. So the foreign countries, European countries especially, they were not able to live without these all products. So what they did, that they know that now this route to the India is closed down. So the 3 voyagers, who are the voyagers? Voyagers mean those who are moving from one place to another on the ship, through the ship, that is voyagers. These voyagers were going from one place to another to find a new sea route to India. 3 voyagers. Who are the 3 voyagers? Bartholomew Dias, Christopher Columbus, and Vasco da Gama. These 3 people went to discover a new sea route to India. So Vasco da Gama succeeded in discovering a new sea route to India. I'll tell you later about the Vasco da Gama. Now, Christopher Columbus, this all is not given in your textbook, I'm just giving you the little GK about it before starting this all things. Christopher Columbus discovered West Indies island. He was having one imagination in his mind that Indian people are black, but we are not black. we have brown skin. We have the brown skin. We don't have a black skin. So he was having an imagination in his mind that Indian people are black. So he went to one island and he just removed the map. He thought that he has discovered the island, but when he saw the map, he realized that he is on the west side of India. So he named that island as West Indies Island. There is a cricket team also. Then Bartholomew Dias, with a very good hope, he visited one place, he reached one place. That place came to be known as Cape of Good Hope. With good hope, he went there. So that place is known as a Cape of Good Hope. That is a Cape Town. You must have watched the movies Race 1, 2. These are all shooted in that Cape places. Cape Town. And Vasco da Gama. He got success. And he got succeeded in discovering a new city to India in 1498 AD. King Zamorin was the king. He landed the port of Calicut. And King Zamorin allowed Vasco da Gama to trade in India. Now, and the interesting thing is, with the help of a Gujarati sailor, he was a shepherd. His name was Kano. With his help, he discovered a new route to India and he landed at the port of Calicut. So this was the story. Portuguese came first on the land, on Indian land to trade, because India was having lots of rupees. So each and every foreign country was attracted towards India to trade in India. So first came the Portuguese, then came Dutch people, then came French, and at last came Britishers. Britishers were very, very cruel. They betrayed everyone. Betrayed means Dogo Devo. Britishers had friendship with Portuguese and they kicked them. Then they had with Dutch, they kicked them. Then with France, they kicked them. At last, they ruled on us for more than 350 years. So now let's start. Caves of Ajanta and Ellora. See, Ajanta and Ellora, both are situated in Aurangabad district of Maharashtra. Both the caves are in the Maharashtra. I visited both of the caves. There are only caves. Different types of caves. Few of them are fenced now. Means the fencing is done. We cannot visit inside. But their sculpture, their carving, this all are marvelous. These are the worth seeing. See, in this lesson, the monuments which are given, there is only the information. I will give you each and every information. Where there will be explanation, I will explain you also. But until and unless you don't watch this thing, this type of history is like that. Until and unless you don't watch them, you don't realize what is given in the textbook. But it is not necessary. Sometimes you get a chance, just recover that what I have taught you or what you have read or what your previous social teacher has taught you. Okay. The famous caves of Ajanta are situated in Aurangabad district in Ajanta village. They are important from the point of view of art of Vastu. These caves are divided into two divisions. Caves based on wall paintings and cave based on sculpture. Sculpture means if the statue of Sardar Patel, that is sculpture. Okay, sculpture can be of wood, of iron also, and stone also. So caves are based on the two things, based on wall painting. There are few caves that the wall painting is worth seeing over there, and there are few caves that the sculpture is done. So cave of number 1, 2, 10, 16 and 17 have excellent painting wall and have attained the highest rank in the wall painting. Means this were having the best place in the wall painting. Then the theme of this wall painting is Buddhist religion. Each and every cave is having the theme of Buddhist or Mahadev. These two themes are working on first. Then Ajanta caves are divided into two categories. They are Chaityas and Viharas. Now what is Chaityas and what is Viharas? Chaityas means a temple hall. Okay, Chaityas means a temple hall where all general people used to sit together. And Viharas means a particular place where only Guruji and Mahatma used to live. So these are the Chaityas and Viharas. Cave number 9, 10, 19, 26 and 29 are Chaityas, whereas the remaining caves are Viharas. Ajanta caves are forgotten with the passage of time, but in 1819 AD, an English captain, John Smith, rediscovered them. Now, everybody forgot these Ajanta caves, so the importance of Ajanta cave was less. But in 1819, English captain John Smith, he rediscovered it. Means he rediscovered means what? That he told to so many people that this cave is worth visiting. Everybody used to come in this way. The importance of Ajanta cave increased. Okay, Ajanta caves are the magnificent example of initial Buddhist art of Vastu, art of paintings and sculpture. Human interference and impact of the time have greatly damaged them. Okay, it was very important according to the wall painting, from the point of view of wall painting and from the point of view of sculpture. But as slowly, human got interfered and it is all destroyed. Wherever the human is interfering in the thing, that thing is to get destroyed. Because human being is always greedy, he always thinks about himself, he is selfish. So, Ajanta caves are famous not only in India, but also in the world of their extraordinary rich art. So, the fine blending of wonderful art of painting, sculpture and architecture of Ajanta caves has claimed pride on Indian art. In this way, Ajanta cave became very famous, and it is very famous all over the India also and in the world also. Now in the yellow box, there is a meaning of Chaityas and Viharyas. Chaitya means temple halls of Buddhist monks. Monks means Sadhu Mahatma. Stupas are built in interior most end of the caves, and Viharas means Buddhist monasteries where Buddhist monks reside and study. Chaitya means one temple hall where each and every person used to come together and sit. And Viharas means where Buddhist monks, Buddhist sadhu, they used to live there, they used to study there. So this we talked about Ajanta. Now we'll talk about Ellora caves. Ellora caves are also situated in Aurangabad district of Maharashtra. Now in Ellora caves, there are 34 caves. In all, 1 to 12 are Buddhist caves, 13 to 29 are Hindu caves, and 30 to 34 are Jain caves. Now, Hindu caves are built during the time of Rashtrakuta dynasty. Rashtrakuta was the king. They were the king. So, Hindu caves, Rashtrakuta king were ruling at that time. Hindu caves were built. Kailash temple. Now, Kailash temple is situated in the cave number 16. In cave number 16, there is a Kailash temple. It is a very famous temple. When I visited this cave, I was not supposed to go over there because it was restricted. We don't know, only historians and archaeologists can visit there. That was government people. So it is 50 meter long. That Kailash temple, it is 50 meter long, 33 meter wide, and 30 meter high. So this temple is carved out of a single massive rock. Massive means a big rock. From a single rock, this whole cave is built. The temple is adorned. Adorned means decorated. I repeat, adorned, meaning of adorned is decorated. The temple is decorated with beautiful doors, balconies, and series of pillars. The beauty of temple cannot be described in words. Means this temple is so beautiful that it cannot be described in words. Even words are less to describe it, to praise it. They are constructed during the time of 1600 AD to 1000 AD. This is 2020. Now that will be 2021 after 1 month. And what we are talking about? We are talking about 600 AD to 1000 AD. Thousands of years ago, these caves are built. So they were built during 600 to 1000 AD. Ellora campus is not only an example of magnificent creation of art, but also best of excellent technology. Ellora caves is not only the magnificent means a great structure, it is excellent structure built by that artist or the craftsman who built it. So, moreover, it describes about the patience of Indians. It takes a lot of time to build. So, patience is very necessary. Now, Elephanta caves. Now, these Elephanta caves are situated in Mumbai, in Arabian Sea, that is 12 kilometers away from India Gate, and there are 7 caves in all. Now, Portuguese landed for the first time over here at this Elephanta caves, and they saw one big structure of elephant outside the cave. So they named this cave as Elephanta caves. This cave is also known as Dharapuri by the local fishermen. And if you want to visit this Elephanta caves, you are supposed to visit by a motorboat. I have already visited this Elephanta caves also. Now, there is a huge stone monument of an elephant. On seeing the structure of Portuguese named it elephant, I told you, Portuguese landed here and they saw one big structure of elephant, so named this cave as Elephanta. Many beautiful figures have been carved out. Of them, the magnificent Trimurti temple. See, you can see in the picture, this is the Trimurti temple. It's still there. As you enter the cave, in front of you, this is Trimurti temple is there. I have seen it. Then, the 3 faces are Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh. Mahesh means Lord Shankar. In cave number 1, this is in cave number 1. The best specimens of sculpture. In 1987 AD, UNESCO has placed Elephanta cave in the list of World Heritage. Local fishermen called it Dharapuri, as I told you. So, this will discuss about Ajanta, Ellora and Elephanta caves. All these 3 short notes. Either can be asked in 2 marks or it can be asked in 3 marks. Now we will learn about Mahabalipuram. Now Mahabalipuram is located 60 kilometers away from Chennai. The city of Tamil Nadu is famous for splendid means beautiful, gorgeous temple. Its architecture and seashore. Narsivarman I was popularly known as Mahamala. Narsivarman I, he was the first king. He was also known as Mahamala, belonged to Pallava dynasty. During Pallava dynasty, he was the king. Then 7 chariot temples. 7 chariot means 7 wheel temple were built here. At present, only 5 chariot temples exist. 2 chariot temples have submerged in the sea. There were 7 chariot temples. 7 temples were there. Out of that, 2 have submerged in the sea. Now only 5 are left. So there is an amazing figure of Lord Vishnu in a smiling pose. Beside, there is an idol of goddess Durga slaying Mahishasura. Means there is one goddess Durga who is slaying. Slaying means hunting, killing Mahishasura. Mahishasura was a monster, Rakshas. Is worth seeing. Mahabalipuram, which has an unparalleled architecture, rock sculpture, was also a famous harbour once upon a time. It was also known as famous harbour. Harbour means where the work of ship is done. Alang is a harbour. So this was Mahabalipuram. Now Pattadakal. Pattadakal, the capital of Chalukya dynasty, is 16 kilometers away from Badami, Nagpur, and Dravid style of architecture is used in construction of temple here. Architecture means a person who is building the house, he keeps on architecture. There is a different type of architecture, Iranian architecture, then British architecture. In same way, Dravid style, it is a type of architecture was prevailing in those times. So these were built during the 7th and the 8th century. Virupaksha temple is the biggest temple in Pattadakal. Now temple at Khajuraho. Now these temples are located in small village named Khajuraho at Chhatarpur district at Madhya Pradesh. Now Khajuraho was the ancient capital city of Chandela Rajputs. Chandela Rajputs were there and it was the main place during that. Of Bundelkhand. So temples were built by these kings during their time. Reign, R-E-I-G-N, reign means during that time, during that period. That is 1905 to 1050 AD. Presently 25 temples are in existence. Now only 25 temples are there. There were more than 25 temples. The exact number is not given, but still 25 temples are still there and you can see it. I have never been to Pattadakal or Khajuraho. Now most of them are in maximum temple. They all are the Lord Shiva's temple. Whereas some of them are Vaishnav and Jain temples. They all have similar type of architecture and sculpture. All the temples are built in particular architecture. Whereas some of them are Vaishnav and Jain temples. They all have similar type of architecture and sculpture. The 64 Yogini, in Gujarati it is known as Chaunsat Jogini Mandir. The 64 Yogini temple is the main temple. They all have the similar type, the 64 Yogini is the main temple. The Toran of the temple means the entrance of the temple is the best example of ornamental type of architecture. All of the temple were constructed with granite stone. Granite is a black stone. As our mother is working in the kitchen, the platform is of that granite stone. It is always of the granite stone. So all of them are constructed with the granite stone. Khajuraho temple were constructed in Nagar style art of sculpture and art of Vastu of Khajuraho temple spellbound the visitor. Spellbound means that attract the visitor. Each and every person is very attracted to see the Khajuraho temple. Okay, then comes the Sun Temple of Konark. Now, it is situated in the Bay of Bengal of Puri district in Odisha. Puri district is famous for Rath Yatra. India's famous Rath Yatra is getting existence always in Odisha. This is Jagannath Puri. It was constructed in 13th century during the time of King Narsivarman I, who belonged to the Garg dynasty. Garg were all the kings. The chariot temple, you can see the chariot in the picture, 6.2, Wheel of the Sun Temple of Konark. This chariot temple drawn by 7 horses. It was run by the 7 horses. Took the form of chariot of sun god. It has 12 massive wheels, providing beauty of the pedal of the temple. The wheel reflect 12 months and each wheel has 8 spokes. You can count the spokes over here. There were these 8 spokes. The wheel, it has 12 massive wheels. 12 massive wheels means 12 months. And in the wheel, there are the 8 spokes. Provides beauty to the pedal temple. These wheels reflect 12 months and each wheel has 8 spokes, which shows 8 prahars of the day. See, a whole day we just know good morning, good afternoon, good evening and good night. But in Gujarati, there are 8 prahar, means early morning we know as parod. Then comes the savar. Then the time between, I think 12 to 1 or 12 to 2, it's madhyantar. Then comes the noon, bapor. Then comes sandhya time. Then comes evening. Then ratri and madhya ratri. These are the 8 prahars of the day. But we follow only good morning, good afternoon, good evening and good night. So spoke which shows 8 prahars of the day, detail of motif means painting, and subject. Diversity of this temple is unparalleled. This temple has been built by black stones, so it is also known as Black Pagoda. This reflects the sculpture and civilization of 13th century Odisha. When you see it, we feel like that it is of 12th and 13th century Odisha. Now, we'll talk about Brihadeshwar temple. This temple is also known as Rajrajeshwar temple as it is built by King Rajaraja. Now, this temple is located at Tanjore in Tamil Nadu. This temple was built during 1003 AD to 110 AD. It is a Shiva temple, so it is called Brihadeshwar temple. It is also known as Rajeshwar temple. I told you, it is also known as Rajeshwar temple because it was built by the king Rajaraja. The highest height of the temple is 500 feet and its width is 250. It is spread in a vast area surrounded by the wall. Its summit is 200 feet high. Above the ground, hence this temple attained the place in the temple of high Pinnacle. Pinnacle means highest height. From the temples which are kept in a high height, which are noted that this temple is having a very highest height, and that one is Brihadeshwar temple. This is a marvelous, means best, beautiful heritage of architectural art of India due to its gorgeous and huge size of financial and artistic decoration. In the same way, it has secured a place among the best temples of South India. It has been constructed in Dravid style of art. Dravid style was very famous in those days. Now Qutub Minar. This is one of the tallest minarets of India. In Qutub Minar, you can see there are, there are some parts over there. I'll show you in the textbook. That is this one. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and this way. Now there is one door at the downstairs and from there you are supposed to visit the tallest building of the Minar, but it is closed due to certain reasons. In the previous time it was done. I visited this Qutub Minar, but I don't know what is the reason behind closing it. Now Qutub Minar is located at Delhi. It was built in the 12th century by Qutbuddin Aibak. As Qutbuddin Aibak was died, so his son-in-law, Gujarati is known as Jamai, his son-in-law, he completed this Qutub Minar, and it was also the place of Azan. You must be knowing what is Azan. So it was built in the 12th century by Qutbuddin Aibak, who was a founder of Ghulam dynasty. After his death, the remaining work was completed by his son-in-law and successor Iltutmish. This 72-meter tall skyscraper is made out of a round red stone and marble. Its circumference is 13.75 meter and its base and it's reduced to 2.75 meter at its top. Verses of Quran have been engraved on it. Verses of Quran means whatever is written in Quran, few things are engraved over here. So it is the tallest stone minaret of India. Now Hampi. This town is situated on the bank of river Tungabhadra of Hospet in the Bellary district of Karnataka. Hampi was the capital of city of Vijayanagar kingdom. The ruler of Vijayanagar kingdom were lovers of the art. So who were the ruler over here? They were the lover of the art. Peculiar type of architecture was developed in Vijayanagar during their Reign means time. The period of Krishna Deva Raya was considered to be the golden period of this art as it reached to the highest peak. Why? During the Krishna Deva Raya's period, education got importance, construction got importance, so many sports also got importance. So the main feature of architecture style of Vijayanagar was to carve out a huge and magnificent pillar from the stones. Pillars and columns made were artistically adorned. Adorned means decorated with the figures of God, goddesses, humans, animals, warriors, and dancers. In Hampi, village of Vijayanagar kingdom during the time of Krishna Deva Raya, the Vithala temple and a Hajira temple were built besides it. Virupaksha temple, Achyutarya temple of Lord Krishna are the best example of architecture. Last is the Humayun's tomb. I will just explain till Humayun's tomb. Okay. Fort of Agra will continue later on. Now see, the tomb of Humayun at Delhi is the best specimens of Mughal architecture. I have not seen this Humayun's tomb. It was built by after the death of Humayun, his queen Hamida Begum. She built that Humayun tomb. It was built by Queen Hamida Begum and the tomb was made in an Iranian style of art. The person who made this tomb, all the craftsmen, they were called from the Iran. So, red and white stone were skillfully used in it. Now, Fort of Agra. We'll end till Fort of Agra. Let me explain the Fort of Agra, okay? The Fort of Agra is in the Agra city of UP. Fort of Agra is the main fort of India. Whoever the last great kings, they all spent their last time in Fort of Agra. It may be Shah Jahan, Akbar, everybody. You must have seen that movie Jodha Akbar. It is all shooted in Fort of Agra. It is a very huge fort and you take a lots of time to just see it. So the Fort of Agra is in the Agra city of Uttar Pradesh. It is made of red stone, hence it is known as Red Fort. It was built by Akbar in 1565 AD. We can see the reflection of Hindu and Iranian style of art in it. The fort has 70 feet tall wall, 1.5 meter circumference. Red stones are skillfully embedded. Embedded means decorated on the wall in such a way that no cracks can be seen on the wall. Jahangir Palace, there is a small palace inside the fort. Jahangir Palace was built by Akbar in this fort. I have visited this fort of Agra, so I am giving this information. So the architecture style of Bengal and Gujarat of Jahangir Palace can be seen clearly over here. And Shah Jahan has spent his last days in this fort. After spending his last days in this fort, what happened? That is related and linked to the Taj Mahal. And that I'll explain in your next period. Okay? So, read it till Fort of Agra. And if you have any doubt, just search it out in the YouTube or Google it. So, we'll know it. So, be safe. I'm ending over here and we'll meet in the next lecture.